This is one word, two syllables. Ridiculous, right?
What's happening, Raider Nation? Welcome to the Unfiltered Truth. I'm your host, Phil Robinson III. Jones will be pulling up shortly. It looks like you boys were all ready to hear from the Unfiltered Truth. So gather around. I'll say this quickly, and then we'll move on. The information that I gathered when I made the statement that I made was not predated, but the owner changed his mind. And from everything that I was told, Champ Kelly was supposed to be the guy up until the time that he wasn't. Shit happens. I was wrong. Not the first time, won't be the last time. That's all I'm going to say about that. Jones is here and he'll be able to say whatever he wants to say when he pulls up. But for the rest of that, moving forward, Michael Marcotte, what's happening, player? Please hit the motherfucking like button. Please.
Surprise, motherfuckers.
What's happening?
Not much. Just looking at these. Who talking that bullshit? Who talking that goddamn bullshit right now? I ain't got time for the Wi-Fi shit. I ain't got time for the fucking jokes. Fuck them. That's where I'm at tonight.
Tom Telesco, Raiders general manager. It came as a surprise. He came back into the picture when he was out of it. And really, to keep it short and sweet, it really boils down to your plan at quarterback. And we watched Aiden O'Connell, and if you would think that Aiden O'Connell was worthy of being the starting quarterback moving forward and not having to draft one, then you get what you get. You're clearly not ready to take the big job because you don't understand how your offense works or how your offense isn't working. And so we stand correct. We stand where we are. Tom Telesco is proven. Tom Telesco has done this job before. For a lot of your favorite draft picks that everybody wanted to see made, all were made by Tom Telesco. For all that we should have drafted Derwin James, guess what? Tom Telesco did that. Tom Telesco drafted a quarterback. Tom Telesco drafted Zion Johnson, the guard that both me and Jones were extremely high on. Rashawn Slater, Rayshawn Jenkins, I believe.
Rashawn Slater.
Sam Tevy, whole bunch of guys. His first round looked like actual quality first round draft picks, which is something that we haven't really seen around here in Raider Nation in an awfully long time. Every time we get a first round draft pick, everybody keeps telling me about what a bust it is. How this guy can't play, he's no good. And yet later on in the season, that gentleman ends up contributing. But whereas Telesco is hit on his first round draft picks to the tune that they're making Pro Bowls and on incredible pathways.
Yeah, they've been consistent. Again, the injury thing that's happened constantly with Chargers players. But then again, I start to wonder, is it more of the Chargers as like an organization and their medical program where you're getting guys that are not coming back to full strength? Are they not doing this, and this? Sounding something almost so really familiar, like how Washington ran their medical program. So you see these players leave from that team. Damn, they healthy. They didn't play the whole 16 16 or 17 games in the season, or probably only miss 1 or 2 games, versus they missed about 5 to 6 games with that team. Shit, I'm gonna be real here. Everybody wants to put that blame on Telesco and shit, saying that he couldn't do this, he couldn't do that. Well, again, look who's the owner. He has his son and grandkids trying to run shit. You want to talk about a laughing stock of a front office organization? That's them. Everybody wants to come at the Raiders with our organization. Only problem with us was we just weren't in the 21st century. Now we are, and just people still want to bitch about.
Absolutely, and the way that it's being run, it's one thing to have a guy in charge that can actually do the job, and then somebody who has no clue what the fuck he's doing in charge, be simply because it's daddy's money or grandpa's money. And that's the situation with the Chargers, is they got a whole bunch of, somebody's got grandpa's money, and he let me run my very own NFL franchise, and I'm the president of football operations. Contracts run through me, free agents run through me, drafts, coaching staffs, all of it. Now, with that being said, I'm not about to let Telesco off the hook for drafting for any of his failures or whatnot, but I know that he's done a job that would drastically improve the Raiders roster.
I mean, technically speaking, let's name some of his failures. I mean, because right now, because I'm even thinking like even later rounds. Because what wasn't Drew Tranquil a later round player?
Well, I'm glad that you asked, Jones, because I just happen to have every single one of his draft picks right here. Let's start at the
Okay.
very top. So we're going all the way back to, is it 2013? Is it 2013? Yes. First round, DJ Fluker, starter. Second round, Manti Te'o. You know, he's got an imaginary girlfriend. It was bound to fail. Third round, Keenan Allen. He's pretty good. Fifth round, Steve Williams. Sixth round, Torek Williams, linebacker. Seventh round, Brad Sorensen. That's 2013. Said first two rep 1 and 2 were pretty good, pretty legit. 1 and 3. 2 was out there somewhere.
Who's two
Moving on,
again?
2 was Manti Te'o, and he started and he
I mean,
contributed.
but here's the thing. Once he left, I mean, he was solid for the Saints. I mean, he was just a solid guy, but I wouldn't call
Not
him like a little bust. But he was
I,
taken, instead of him being taken in the first round.
second. He could have been. You could have got that production later,
Well, I'm
but
saying instead of him being taken in that first round, everybody had him in the first round, but they said no, he's more second round guy. But
true that. Okay, so we're gonna keep it rolling because there's a lot of years here. 2014, first round draft pick Jason Verrett. Second round draft pick Jeremiah Atashu. Third, guard Chris Watt. Fifth round, Ryan Carruthers. Sixth round, Marion Grice. Seventh round, Tevin Reese. Said Jason Verrett. Jason Verrett was really good.
yeah,
Atashu he played well for a while.
he was the edge rusher, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. No,
And
he played for a minute. He was good.
yeah,
He was decent.
okay. Moving to 2015, Melvin Gordon III, Denzel Perryman, Craig Mager, Kyle Emanuel, Darius Philon in first, second, third, fourth, and sixth. So Gordon was a great running back for them
Yeah.
for a while. Denzel Perryman, look, I believe he was probably better for us than he was them, but he was still pretty good for them too.
Yeah.
Mager was just a guy. Emmanuel and Philon. Look, that was my goon up, baby. That's my dude right there. Love me some Darius Philon. Then we move into
He did trade up for Melvin.
Said 2016. You ready for these ones? Some guy named Joey Bosa. This other dude named Hunter Henry. second round. Third round, Max Turk. Fourth round, Joshua Perry, the linebacker. Fifth round, Jatavius Brown, the linebacker. Sixth round, punter Drew Kaser, Derek Watt, and Donovan Clark. Three guys in the sixth round. Ooh. Yeah, okay. 2017, some guy named Mike Williams. Ever heard of him? Pretty good.
Yeah.
Second, Forrest Lamp. Third round, Dan Feeney. Fourth round, Rayshawn Jenkins. Fifth round, Desmond King. Sixth round, Sam Tevy. Seventh round, Edge Isaac Rochelle. Pretty sure we had him playing for some meaningful snaps for us this year.
So
2018,
again,
Derwin James Jr. Second
yeah.
round, Edge Uchenna Nwosu. Third, defensive tackle Justin Jones. Fourth, Kazir White. Fifth, Scott Questenberry. Sixth, Dylan Cantrell. Seventh, Justin Jackson. It's a great draft. (2019) Jerry Tillery, first round. That was a miss. Second round, Nasir Adderley. That was a starter till he got hurt and then retired. That's what happened with him, right?
Yeah, he retired.
And Trey Pipkins, third round. He's still playing tackle for him, isn't he?
Yeah.
Fourth round, Drew Tranquil was so good that the Chiefs stole him. Fifth round, Easton Stick. He's backup quarterback. It is what it is. Sixth round, Emeke Egbule. He I feel like he contributed. Wasn't great, but he's contributing. And then Cortez Broughton in the seventh round. Another super solid draft. 2020. Justin Herbert, Kenneth Murray Jr., Joshua Kelly, the running back, Joe Reed, wide receiver, safety, Alohi Gilman, seventh round receiver, KJ Hill.
I mean,
Mhm.
hey, so far you going down the list. These are still solid guys. These are guys that still played for multiple seasons. They were consistent for their team and what roles they needed to play.
So I'll even take it a step further. Nearly every offensive lineman that you've heard me name so far would be starting over the guys that we have now.
Yeah.
Nearly every single one of the guys you've heard me name off. The wide receivers are comparable, if not better than ours. And now we're going to get into these. So this is 2021. Rayshawn Slater, Asante Samuel Jr., Joshua Palmer, the wide receiver, Trey McKitty, tight end, Chris Rump, the second edge, Brendan James, offensive lineman, Nick Neiman in the sixth, Larry Roundtree, and in the seventh, Mark Webb.
Well then,
2022.
I mean, go
First,
for it. You done went through damn near the whole draft. To be honest, there's nothing.
it's not over. There's two more
It's
drafts
not
to
over.
go. We almost there. It's not over. So 2022, guard Zion Johnson. Third round, safety JT Woods. Fourth round, Isaiah Spiller, excuse me. Fifth round, Otito Ogbonnier. Sixth round, Jamari Salyer. Jasir Taylor. Seventh round, Dean Leonard. And Xander Horvath, fullback. And last year's draft, Quentin Johnson said, "Yeah, it wasn't the greatest signing right there. He'll have more opportunities." Tui Poluto, I wanted him big time for the Raiders. Deion Henley, another guy wanted for the Raiders. Darius Davis didn't do a lot for you. Jordan McFadden, In the 5th round, Scott Matlock. In the 6th round, defensive tackle. And 7th was Max Duggan. So we have now gone through what is it, 11 years of the draft of Tom Telesco's draft history, and I got to tell you, I haven't heard anything that would have me say like, "Oh my God, this guy is going to come over and fuck us over royally."
No, I just don't see it. I don't see anything saying that he's gonna fuck us over. Not one damn bit. So people are gonna say what they want to say. They're gonna be mad, up in arms. At the end of the day, I mean, shit. You could either be like, go find a fucking other team to cheer for. I don't care. It's just what they're gonna do. I mean, damn. And so far, when it came down to free agents, I mean, it's been solid. I haven't seen no problem with that. But again, we're still gonna have people bitching. And then we're gonna ask us every goddamn time, who's your source? Where are your sources from? I don't know, these nuts. I'm getting sick of this shit.
So if I was to tell you who my source was, I wouldn't have a source anymore. That's
Exactly.
just not.
I've never, that's the funniest shit ever. Like, why would you ask somebody, where did you hear that from?
And not only am I
Black
going to
Jesus, that's
use
where I
my
heard it
source,
from.
I'm going to put it on all over social media so I can blow up the spot and cause whoever it might be problems at their places of employment.
I know. I'm just like, where the fuck do you actually think somebody's going to just say, oh, here are my sources this is from? Y'all smoking that crack. That's the only thing I can think of. Y'all smoking crack. Yeah, I heard it from Manny Taylor's girlfriend, bro.
Right? She was right there, said right there, had it all laid out for you.
And then look, if they don't hear it from any of the other folks that are in the media world, they determine it's a lie, or if I didn't hear it in public, it's determined a lie. Shut the fuck up! You sound so goddamn stupid. You know that?
And Colin Kaepernick said it once, so it had to be true. Colin Cowherd, excuse me, say it once, so it had to be true.
Shit, man, don't mix them two names.
Right? Know your rights. Know your rights.
I'm just like, seriously, like you go off yeah, and motherfuckers like, oh, you had to jump on your show and say that, yeah, motherfucker, I'm gonna use my motherfucking show to say what the fuck's on my goddamn mind. See, I can kiss my black ass if you got a motherfucking problem. Shit, get your own goddamn show if you feel that way. Again, I'm gonna tell you this shit. Things can change so quick in this fucking game. Things change quick, fast, in a hurry. Information is Champ Kelly. It's gonna roll with him. When you go on and hear, oh, well, you guys, here's my plan. We're gonna roll with Aiden O'Connell as our quarterback going forward. And I'm going to say this right now. It's a solid plan. No motherfuckers in that damn room said, you ever seen that little meme with the dog looking back like, what the fuck did you say? Really? Really? You gonna roll with AOC knowing you can get you a quarterback you can trade up and shit? Get you a Jaden Daniels throwing the Devontae Adams and shit?
Mark Davis just like me on my last leg of my parlay. He was stupid.
But I'm serious. Like I'm not gonna bullshit you. And like I said in my tweet, I said, things change so quickly. I admit I was wrong on this shit. I will own my shit. But you want to try to badger that. You want to try to bag on a motherfucker that owns his shit. Most of you bitches don't even do that shit. You wonder why some of y'all motherfuckers still paying fucking child support. Because you couldn't own up. You bum ass motherfuckers. It's the unfiltered truth. I'm going to say what's on my goddamn mind. That's what the fuck is tonight. Motherfuckers run around here, want to be whispering and shit, but don't add a nigga and shit. I got to get other niggas to show me that a motherfucker want to run his goddamn mouth like a little pansy ass bitch. So, again, I'm going to say what the fuck I'm going to say. Everybody want to be bold on the internet until they get backhanded with some goddamn powder. I'm sick of this shit. This fan base, most of the folks in this fan base, I love y'all, but there's some motherfuckers in here just be like, are your shirts or your blouse?
At least it's that.
Most of them running around with the fucking blouses on. I'm serious. Damn. Paying child support on the kid, that is, you know, that's another one. Yeah, Telesco has a way better draft record than Mayock and Ziegler.
Mayock, Ziegler, Gruden, Del Rio, Reggie.
Oh, they ain't gonna run up
Longer than
Reggie.
Reggie.
Shut the fuck up and then get a little account and start running the goddamn mouth. And then you gotta get the baby powder, and then when you finally see them, they act all different and shit. And you got bitch slap them.
Got to reach and get that arm loose just one time.
I'm just like, look, you know, I think everybody just assumes because you see this big guy that's like always cheesing or grinning, or it seems kind of goofy on here and shit. Don't think I won't knock the living out your goddamn mouth. I tell you that straight up. I will knock the shit out of your fucking mouth. You have problems with me. Is that
because they eat ass?
Huh?
You said you knocked the shit out somebody's mouth. I said, is that because they eat ass?
Ain't nobody telling motherfuckers to eat ass in the class.
Talking about knocking shit out people's mouths. I just wanted to see what we were over here doing. I mean, we supposed to be a football.
Hey, I mean, shit. You know, you ever hit a motherfucker so hard the motherfucker belch from his ass and fart from his mouth?
After the trip,
I mean, shit.
Hey, you forgot the 450 too to go with it. Get him.
I mean, shit. Look, again, things don't ever. You know, everybody wants to be doom and gloom and shit. Y'all need to stop being so goddamn doom and gloom with this fucking team. Shit, yeah, we get it. Fucking Ziegler McDaniels, that rubbed everybody the whole fucking way. I know I had to keep a straight face and like, we're going to get through this, you guys. Because somebody didn't do it, and everybody just be like, ready to run that bitch like it was January 6th up on the damn Capitol and shit. Everybody all up at Allegiant Stadium like, yeah, we want a new owner and we want a new GM and quarterback. We got to look at all this dumb, crazy shit. I'm going to tell you this straight up. We got the head coach that we want. Mm-hmm. You have a GM that is successful at drafting. You just need to let things go one step at a time. He has a good support group where everybody is making sure he gets the right pieces for this offense, for his staff. A good O-line coach, a good offensive coordinator. We've retained Edgar Bennett. Edgar Bennett has done great wonders with this receiving core. Again, you know, I think because we see that it's a former Charger, everybody is ready to jump and have their moments. But in the craziest reality, the last there's a Chargers coach that recently went to the Super Bowl in the playoffs. I wonder who that was. It seems like whenever motherfuckers leave the Chargers, they end up having a better career elsewhere. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I'm trying to remember. It's eluding me at this moment. So why don't you just share it
I
with
mean,
us?
he's a head coach right now.
Former Charger that's a head coach right now.
A former Chargers coach that's a head coach right now
Chargers
and went to
coach.
the Super Bowl last year. I literally just gave you the goddamn. I said a former Chargers coach that's a head coach now that went to the Super Bowl last year. Sirianni.
And we see how well that's working out for them. They're ready to
I
run
mean,
that.
shit. How many times have we been to the playoffs?
Uh,
How many times have we been to the playoffs? That's my fucking case.
No, he's been to the playoffs every year for what 3-4 years.
Last 3 years, yeah.
Yeah.
So again, sometimes you need a new environment. You need a fresh start somewhere else to be able to do the best of your skills that you carry. It may not work out for everybody, like in New Orleans, but that's in the past.
Right.
The fact of the matter is, we're focused on what we have in front of us, okay? We focus on, you got AP as your head coach. We still have Patrick Graham as our defensive coordinator. You have Tom Telesco as your general manager. I mean, fuck. We got everything. You got the Senior Bowl. That's next week. Then once Super Bowl and all that shit ends, guys are going to be getting the boards together. Then they're getting the boards for free agency together. And I'm going to tell you this shit right now. With the way this draft is, yeah, absolutely. You need to lock in and get your quarterback. One thing that's been talked about, even Mr. Nagy, excuse me, Jim Nagy from he's also talked about it.
So do you talk to Jim Nagy directly? Oh, hold on. I'm just real curious. Do you talk to Jim Nagy directly?
Don't worry what I do, because
I'm pretty sure
just
Nagy directly. I mean,
I'm just telling you the way it is. Look,
hey, we question credibility.
Hold on. Let me get to what I'm trying to say. The fact is, the later rounds are not going to be looking that solid. That's something that a lot of us teams have had. Like you say, Green Bay, they've had like a solid round in the draft. That dog has been fed. That dog has been fed. He's just annoying as shit. I love him to death, but he's just annoying. He just be like, I just want to get up in this shit. What's going on? But rounds 5 through 7 does not look good for a lot of teams this year. So if you want to trade up, this is the draft to trade up in. If I'm the Raiders, you want your high quality number player and quarter, you need to do it. Yes, we know that Tom Telesco has very seldom traded up in the first round. I mean, he got what was it Melvin Ingram traded up for him. It worked out. Now you need to go on and trade up and get your fucking quarterback. It's that simple. we have offensive players. You need a quarterback. Later, if whatever you have, whatever you can trade back into, you can get you another old lineman, or you can go in and do that in free agency. To be honest, from what they were saying, that Cameron Brasillo had a problem with our old lineman.
Yeah. The very ones that he was working with. But you know what? Everybody who's from New England doesn't seem to have any respect for anybody who's not from New England, which is hilarious because every time they leave New England, all they do is lose horribly and make absolute fools of themselves. Now, in this case of Brasillo, he managed to get a ragtag bunch and put them together to at least be average and better than average so that they could produce what they did produce. But he will be fine without him. He was a good coach, but we'll get another one. And I'm looking forward to the direction that this franchise is going. I'm looking forward to having good first and second round draft picks, good round draft picks, being able to get quality starting pieces early in the draft where you're supposed to, difference makers, peak athletes, guys with speed, size, all of the stuff, all of the prerequisite stuff that you need in order to be a successful franchise. So you got any last words on before we get out of here, Phil?
All I can look, I said what I said. Look, you can either ride with it or not. That's all I gotta say. If you want to talk shit, be mad about this shit, go somewhere else, bro. Go back in your little shithole if you got one. I don't give a.
And that's
I'm gonna ride with what the Raiders got right now. It ain't no Patriots way. We talking that, hey, it was the Raiders way. And you know the funny thing about it, you know, we getting real big mad and shit that we got Tom Telesco from the Chargers. But name a great Raider that came from the Chargers. And he's history.
The original Al Davis.
Exactly.
He did pretty good for the Raiders.
Exactly. 100%.
Pretty good for the Raiders.
So we getting mad that this man, because that's what it really looks like, that we're getting somebody from the Chargers. Y'all motherfuckers weren't allowed to get mad.
Yeah, who drafts the Al Davis way.
Exactly.
But that's what we got for you today. We got a little short. It's going to be a lot going on in this off season. But today's big news, Tom Telesco is getting the job. We'll be back when they actually have the introductory press conference and we can go over and chop up every little thing that they say so that we can have that aha, got you moment that everybody seems to think you're going to get. He's Jones. I'm Robinson. This is the Unfiltered Truth. Thank you for tuning in. Give us some
and kiss my black ass with the motherfucking lagging. I'm out.
This is one word, two syllables. Ridiculous, right?